Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So happy you guys are back. So this is the last part of the money series that I was doing, and this is about how to stay out of debt. Okay, I have previously done videos of how to get out of debt, like you living below your means, getting extra income. What else have I talked about? Budgeting your money, all these things. I've spoken about them previously, so you can check my videos on how to pay debt, which methods you can use to pay debt. Okay, you can use either debt snowball method or avalanche method. In this particular video, I want to talk about how to stay out of debt, because from my own experience, I feel like debt is just not paying. Like, I can say, oh, look for extra income, or manage your expectations, or budget your money. Don't do all these things. But in my own experience, I feel like staying out of debt goes beyond managing your money, living below your income, all those things. And these are some of the reasons why I feel can help you stay out of debt. So you have understood why you're in debt. Okay, you have seen the burden that it has on you and on your family. Okay, and now you start paying that debt. Okay, but for you to stay out of debt, because most people pay debt and then they go back into debt, and this is my own experience of why people pay debt then go back into debt, because it's just not about budgeting, it's just not about paying the debt. It goes deeper than that. Okay, so if you want to stay out of debt, these are some of the reasons why I feel you need to look into, for you to completely pay off the debt using the methods that I've said, and now completely stay out of debt. And I'm going to go straight into number one. If you want to stay out of debt completely, number one, be honest with yourself. Okay, you guys, you calling yourself into a meeting. Call yourself into a meeting. Lock the door. Take your diary. Be honest with yourself. Why are you here? How did you get into debt? Leave alone all these excuses. So first, we have excuses as to why you're into debt. Okay, because of maybe your money is not enough. Some things happen. So there's a responsibility of what people have done. But this one, I want you to take responsibility of how you have contributed towards you being in debt. Okay? So you have to call yourself into a meeting, a serious meeting. A meeting that can take even 1 hour. I want you to call yourself into a meeting and talk to yours and ask yourself, Julia, how did we get here? Because not unless you call yourself into a meeting and have a deeper conversation, a truthful conversation as to why you got into debt, you will pay back debt and you will go back. Because the same excuse will still remain. Life is difficult for everybody. There is inflation for everybody. An emergency came up. It happens to everybody. Okay? So the question is, not what caused you to go into debt. The responsibility of a second party. I'm talking about the responsibility of you as a person, the main character in your life. What is your responsibility towards you being in debt? Okay, if you can only do 50% of the work of yourself and leave the rest, because I keep saying this, we can do everything we have to do, but at the end of the day, there are things beyond us. There are things beyond saving. There are things beyond budgeting. Okay, but your contribution, or your part, the part that you played in this situation, is what you need to own up to. Because I think if you can only work on you being honest, it can remove 50% of the reason why you go into debt. Leave 50% or 20% for chances, things that are beyond you. Okay, so please call yourself into a serious meeting. Yani that thing that you just remove yourself from people. What, leave alone. Oh, this happened. Oh, my employer is paying me less money. Oh, I don't know, this came up. I'm talking about your part, your contribution into your own life. Because if you keep pointing fingers at why you're where you are, it means you remove the responsibility that you played in the breakdown of your finances, in the situation that you're in. So work into figuring what part are you playing in your own life. Another reason why I feel like once you get out of debt, you completely stay out of debt, is to live a life of where you prioritize what is important and sacrifice the rest. I feel there will never be a time where your money will be enough. I don't know how to say it. Like, you can work hard, get money, but life keeps changing, life keeps growing. So there's no time you'll ever get to a place where, my money is excess. You will always have something coming up, okay? So for you to stay out of debt, you have to come up with a list of things that you're willing to prioritize, the things that are important in your life, and the things that you're willing to sacrifice. Because I don't think you can live a life where there are things that you're not willing to sacrifice. You sacrifice some for you to be able to achieve some. Okay? So when you work with this list of, if I get money, this is the things that are prioritized. These are my priority. These are the things that I'm going to spend money on. And these are things that I'm willing to just allow them to pass. So that you never find yourself taking debt to meet your priority and meet your non-priority things. If it all makes sense. I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. Work with your list all the time, so that anytime you feel you're confused, you're just like, these are my checkpoints. These are things that I must do with my money. And these are things that I'm willing to let go. For example, I'm going to give an example. In a household where both partners have a car, okay? Some family can come to an agreement and say, our priority is to have at least a mode of transport in this household. So that means we can always come to an agreement where we have only one car to be used in this household. Okay? So they sacrifice the luxury of having each a car so that they never find themselves in debt. Okay? On the same note is, for example, our priority is a mode of transport for me and my kids. What brand of car I drive is not as important as just to get me to where I need to go. Okay? So that is a sacrifice of, I'm sacrificing something for what is important. My main goal is to have mode of transport. Your main goal for your family is to have mode of transport. So which car you drive is not as important as you think. Okay? You driving a Honda or driving an Audi only depends on you, because your goal is to get to where you need to go. If your goal is to make sure your kids are dropped in school, so which car drops them in school? Is that even necessary? That's what I mean. Like, choose your priorities and sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed. Okay? What I can say is, learn to live frugally. Like, learn to live with less. Learn to live with not so much. Learn to live with things that don't cost you so much, as long as they serve the same purpose. And I'm not saying you compromise on the quality of something, but live frugally, where you don't live in wastage. You don't live in acquiring so much. You live with things that are important and things that serve your family. You know, frugal. You look for, if you need shoes, you look for shoes that serve the purpose. They don't necessarily have to cost you an arm and a leg to buy. Okay? So learn to live frugally so that you stay out of debt. You never go back into debt. Okay? Another thing that I can say, know your limits. Okay? Know what is enough for you and for your family. Okay? Because the reason why you go into debt is because you keep chasing something and chasing something. And that's even like a sort of like greed. You never get enough of some, you never get enough, you want something more. So even when you get out of debt, because you want more, you go into debt again to acquire the thing that you want to acquire. Okay, so my opinion will be, draw your boundaries as to what is enough for you and for your family. Like, this is enough for me, this is where I'm willing to go. If I don't have money beyond this, I'm okay with what I will not be able to acquire. Okay, so for example, I like to use this example. You can only build a 2-bedroom house. Your money is able to build for you and your family a 2-bedroom house. Okay, then there is a pressure for you to build a 4 or 5-bedroom house because of the number of children you have and the number of guests you expect to come to your house. Are you seeing the lie? So now your money will have built a 2-bedroom house comfortably, but because you don't know your limits and you have allowed the opinion of people to corrupt that which you can be able to do for yourself and for your family comfortably, you end up into debt now to build a 4-5-bedroom house. Okay, so now you're stuck with a debt, a huge debt of rooms that are never used, of rooms that guests never come to visit. Let me tell you, people don't visit each other nowadays, and even they visit, they don't come and sleep. And even if they come to sleep, if my people were to come to my house and I have a single room, they will not mind. Like, even if they come to my house and they have 1 or 2 bedrooms, they will share comfortably, because these are my people, these are my friends, my true friends, these are my true family. They will not care and mind if I have a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom house, because your money is able to build a 2-bedroom house. Please use that money to build a 2-bedroom house. Don't go into debt so that you can make other people happy. Let me close this. I think there is a shadow. Yeah. Don't go into debt to build a 5-bedroom house so that people are happy with what you're doing. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that is the only way you can get out of debt completely, when you stop considering the views of people into your money conversation. It's okay for people to give you an opinion. It's okay for your parents to suggest things, but you know the truth of how much money you have in your pocket. Okay, another thing that can make you completely stay out of debt is learn financial literacy. Okay, guys, I'm going to say this. I will come share what I know, the capacity of finances that I know or I have learned. Okay, but it has to be a thing that also drives you to learn things for yourself. Okay, because once you know your finances, how to manage your money, how not to engage in things that you don't understand, then you don't find yourself in this sort of deals, businesses, investments that end up taking you into debt, because you took money to get into a business that you don't understand, and the money sank, or the money was, the money, you end up making losses. Okay, so when you end up making losses, the debt still remains for it to be paid. Okay, so learn the financial literacy for yourself, so that you never, anytime you want to invest into something, take the time to learn about that investment. Take the time, the finances, the financial literacy about investment, the financial literacy about businesses and how much money is required. Okay, so that you do not acquire and take debt only for you to end up in a bad situation financially. You see, November and December, we have sales. We have nowadays, in fact, they do 2 sales in a year. They have a mid-year sale and then they have an end-year sale. I am telling you, the number of people that go into debt to acquire things because they are on sale is ridiculous. And I'm saying this, if you see a sale and you don't have the money, it doesn't matter if it's on sale or not. Do not go into debt so that for you to take money to buy that thing because it's on sale. Save your money. If you know, listen, every end of the year there's a sale. Okay, this is January. Every end of the year there's a sale. So you have January to December to find money to buy that thing that comes on sale at the end of the year. Okay, if you want to buy probably a washing machine at the end of the year, and you know it's gonna cost you 100,000, please start in January. Please start planning for that thing in January, or plan in January for the next year mid, because the sales are always there. They are not going anywhere. Okay, that is the only way you're going to stay completely out of debt. You rushing to buy things because they are on sale is one of the reasons why people find themselves in a bad situation. And let me tell you, people have become smarter, and even the marketers have become smarter. There is even lipa pole pole. Lipa pole pole is pay slowly, pay in installments. Yes, pay in installments until you finish. Okay, so they entice the product by telling you, you know, you can acquire this washing machine for 100,000 by paying 5,000 or 10,000 every month. So you look at it and say it's a good deal. I can actually do this. I can borrow, I can pay this money in installments. Yeah, but that is losing money. I'm telling you, it's losing money. You have to be in a place where you're comfortable staying without that thing until you get money to buy that thing. You have to be comfortable with breaking your back to wash those clothes, so that you save money to buy the washing machine, so that you save money to buy the car, so that you save money to buy the thing that you need to buy. And that's what I'm saying. You have to be uncomfortable. You save the money, because let me tell you what paying in installment does. It makes you end up paying or buying something more expensive than you could have bought if you had cash. Okay, so if you save 5,000, for example, from January to December, that is 60,000. Okay, so when end of the year comes and you go to look for your washing machine, and this is just an example I'm giving, you will not buy a washing machine for 100,000. Okay, you'll buy a washing machine for 60,000, because that's the amount of money you have. Okay, you going to the whatever place they are selling the washing machine, and they tell you pay in installment, you end up taking the 100 and 120,000 washing machine, because they're telling you can pay 10,000 per month, so you feel like it's doable. So you end up taking a more expensive washing machine because it's not cash. But if you save for that thing and then you go and pay, you end up paying for what you are able to afford. Does it make sense? Am I making sense? Okay, so you're not losing money, and you're not ending up paying more than you should for the same thing that serve the same purpose. Your goal is to have something to help you wash the clothes. Is it? See, that is the goal. The goal is, I need a washing machine because of clothes being washed. Okay, then there is a range of washing machine and the prices. When you save money, then it determines the kind of washing machine you're going to buy. But if you do the opposite, where you go take the washing machine before, you end up buying thing that is more expensive than you could have bought if you had cash. Okay, so my reason is, if you want to set, is you have to get to a place where, hey, I don't know what to say, guys. I'm trying to look for words to explain. You have to work with a manual of your own life, if that is the word. You have to work with a manual that says, this is my life, this is my manual of life, and I'm not going to be put myself in a place where I end up going back into debt because of things that I can control. Okay, so you walk with the manual in your hand. If it's not in your manual, you know the way we live by the Bible, like we live by the Bible, you live by certain rules. You know what you can do and what you cannot do. That's what you're gonna do. Have a manual, financial manual for your life, because again, our life is different, our finances are different. So work with your manual of the things that you're willing to do and the things that you're not willing to do, because not unless you govern yourself with a handbook, a manual of your financial life, then it's so easy for you to fall into pit. Every now and then you get out of debt, you get yourself out, then something else comes, you get yourself into the debt and then get yourself out. Okay, so get yourself into what I'm going to say, simple and clear. Be honest. That is where it stems. Be honest with yourself. Learn to live a life that belongs to you, not to anybody. So that even if these things are marketed, if people are saying, if people are building a 5-bedroom house, if people are going where, if people are doing all these things, you have a manual where it says, I cannot take debt, not unless. You know that manual that you have, you know where your boundaries of how far you're willing to go. That's what I'm saying. Get to a place where you have a manual for your life. Okay? I can talk about this topic non-stop until forever, but I wanted to make this 3-part series so that if you're in either of the situation where you're in debt, the burden that comes with debt, or how you stay completely out of debt, it helps you in one or another. Okay, so you guys, this is the final part of the series. I hope these videos were helpful to you. I hope you have gotten even if you've gotten one thing, yeah, it's helping you, or it's gonna help you moving forward. I am truly grateful for that. So guys, comment below if this series was important. If you have any question of anything that you feel you need me to expound on, or you need me to talk more about, kindly put it on the comment below, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you guys.